It's January 1st, you're motivated, you're ready, and by February, you'll have given up completely. Here's what's wild. About 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the second week of February. That's not a coincidence. There's actual psychology happening in your brain right now that's setting you up to fail. And once you understand it, everything changes. Think about how you felt yesterday. That surge of motivation. Psychologists call it the fresh start effect. Your brain genuinely believes that arbitrary dates like New Year's, birthdays, even Mondays are opportunities to wipe the slate clean. But that same psychological mechanism that gets you hyped is exactly what sabotages you later. Here's why. When you set a resolution, you're making a contract with your future self. But your brain treats your future self like a completely different person. Research from UCLA shows when people think about themselves in the future, the same brain regions light up as when they think about strangers. You're literally making promises to someone you don't feel connected to. So January 1st you creates this elaborate plan, but January 15th you, that person wakes up tired, and suddenly that promise feels like it was made by someone else entirely. And this is where the psychology gets worse. You miss one day, just one, and instead of shrugging it off, your brain does something called the what the hell effect. One small slip makes you think, well, I already messed up, so what's the point? You ate one cookie, so you eat the whole box. You skipped one workout, so you cancel your gym membership. This happens because most resolutions are framed as rigid rules. I will never eat sugar. Your brain doesn't do well with absolute statements. The moment you break the rule, the entire structure collapses. People who frame their goals with flexibility are significantly more likely to stick with them. Not, I'll never eat junk food, but I'll eat junk food less often. Psychologically, it's massive. But there's another layer. Most resolutions fail because they're outcome-focused, not process-focused. I want to lose 20 pounds. That's a result, not a behavior. Your brain can't control results. What you can control is the process. I'm going to walk for 20 minutes every day. Research in behavioral psychology shows when people focus on systems instead of goals, they're far more likely to succeed. Because every day you follow the process, you win. And here's what most people miss. Lasting change isn't about motivation, it's about identity. The shift from I want to work out to I'm someone who works out. This is where the psychology of self-perception becomes critical. When your identity shifts, behavior follows naturally. So if you set resolutions today, here's what the psychology actually tells us works. Start smaller than you think you need to. Not, I'm going to the gym an hour every day, but I'm doing 10 push-ups every morning. The goal is to prove to yourself that you're the kind of person who keeps promises to themselves. And when you slip, because you will slip, don't spiral. Just get back on track the next day. That's it. The psychology of New Year's resolutions isn't about willpower. It's about understanding how your brain works and designing your goals around that reality. Because the version of you that succeeds isn't some superhuman with infinite discipline, it's just someone who understood the game they were playing.